How are you looking at what's happening in Bangladesh at this moment? Bangladesh has, for a few years, been one of the bright economic spots in South Asia, or at least from the outside it seemed like that. And now suddenly there's massive political tumult. How do you think Bangladesh should navigate? How do you think Bangladesh's economy should navigate this tumultuous political transition?
So firstly, I want to recognize the really terrible human suffering that's happened over there in terms of loss of lives. We're working very close with Bangladesh. As you know, we have a program with Bangladesh. We are in close contact with them. We're absolutely committed to working with the new government, the interim government first, and then, of course, whoever comes to power. Assessing what the impact of all of this is going to be for the economy, it's a bit early. I don't have a number for you. Bangladesh trades with India. There's likely to be some trade disruptions, but in terms of spillovers to India, we don't really see that as a major factor.
How concerned are you about the possibility of the United States, given the unemployment numbers that just came out, slipping into a recession?
Our baseline remains that the U.S. will have a soft landing. That is our baseline projection. You saw the most recent retail sales data, which shows that there is still plenty of strength in U.S. consumption. We're seeing inflation coming back down. The Fed is clearly being data dependent, but you hear of talk of cutting of rates. So we're not in the recession. We don't see. Our baseline is for a soft landing and not for any recession.
And finally, the big X factor in global growth is the potential outcome of the presidential race in the United States between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. How do you see that impact the U.S. economy and global growth?
So, as you know, I will not talk about any political elections or outcomes, but what we do see is when you have elections, which are good to have, is that you do have some uncertainty around what kinds of policies that will happen next, and that affects markets. You can see that in the volatility of markets in some cases. So it is what it gives you right now is the uncertainty around it. Of course, when the election results are out, we'll know what the policies are.
You're here for event at the Delhi School of Economics, which was your alma mater. How special a moment is this for you to come back, when the institute, India's most pedigreed economic institute, is celebrating a big moment, and as one of their star students, what does this mean to you personally outside of all the economic rhetorics?
Oh, first of all, it's wonderful to be back, and especially this is a great moment for Delhi School of Economics, 75 years. It's my honor to be a part of their celebrations, and really, truly, that's where I learned my economics. It's where I am. It's what I'm using for my job and for all the jobs that I've done so far. So I'm very thankful.